Susan VandePol never imagined the grief she and her 3 children felt after the death of her husband, LAFD firefighter Robert Ortega, would turn into a mission to help others.
It was so profoundly painful. That was our goal. Hang in there together, keep praying, trusting God, and get through that. I just kept hearing, speak for those who can't speak for themselves. When I thought, well, that's silly because I can barely get up and brush my teeth right now, let alone speak for somebody else.
But that message kept surfacing and inspired Susan to create formal protocols to help fire departments across the country meet the unique needs of families coping with tragedy and death.
Firefighters are a very close-knit group. There's really no family like them, and they were grieving too, and they needed a way to express their grief. And I could see that they wanted to help, but they didn't know what to do. It doesn't ask them to go be a shoulder to cry on. It asks them to do what firefighters do naturally, and that's do something. They all have a skill.
Surviving spouses may need assistance with anything from household repairs to tax preparation to legal issues. The protocol she created helped fire departments put the right people and resources in place, and it also helped set boundaries, decorum, and safety measures. Susan says assisting a grieving family with the basics, whether it's grocery shopping or electrical repairs, lays a foundation for healing.
If you take care of someone's practical needs, their emotional needs they're going to be girded up.
Susan also wrote a book called Life After Breath and now hosts retreats for widows on the shores of Lake Michigan.
They come in Friday evening and we spoil them with a chef, local chef spoils them with homemade farm-to-table appetizers. We have an acoustic pianist. We have valets park their cars. We have gifts for them. I knew that we wanted to laugh. I knew it wasn't supposed to be a weekend where we all sat around and held hands and cried our faces off.
While connecting with one another, retreat goers also join financial planning sessions. They hear doctors speak about the science behind grief and physical healing, and they learn how to deal with emotional trauma and change.
Grief just kind of starts getting its feet on the ground, at a year or two, and continues on for the rest of someone's life. That's why it's really important to us at the retreat to never say that it's time to move on, because even here, my husband's been gone 16 years. I'm remarried, and we still grieve quite heavily sometimes.
Held in a beautiful setting, the retreat offers tips, support, and a strong sense of community.
They'll know that they're not alone. They'll have a way to express their grief. We have widows every year who are only a few weeks out from their husband's passing. Some are decades and decades out. The average age of a widow in the United States is 55, with a third of those being under 45.
Susan says it's important to eat well, stay active, and even journal because expressing grief can alleviate stress. She also says faith is the key.
The first most important thing is a belief in something greater than yourself. That is always primary when it comes to people not just surviving, but really thriving through a difficulty, a trauma, a death loss.
Now remarried and busy with a full career and purpose, she and her children hold Bob's memory close at heart.
We keep him in front of the grandkids and pictures and talk about him. While the kids were growing up, he didn't work a lot of overtime. He wanted to be there. I homeschooled them, and they were into different things, really active, music, sports, all kinds of things. And he wanted to be there. We love that about him.
Susan says it's the support of close friends and her fire department family that have lifted her up through her grief journey.
The reason I can do what I do today, really, because the fire department in LA City, they came alongside us.
To learn more about Susan's book, retreats, and protocols, visit mattersoflifeandbreath.com.